Hi, FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
I'm Stephanie.
This is Just Keep Stitching, episode 311.
6 plus 5 plus 100 plus 100 plus 75 plus 25 is 311. Cause math.
Guess what? She's right.
I know.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're new, welcome to our channel.
Hello, people.
This is a YouTube channel about cross stitch.
Yep.
I'm the mom. She's the kid.
Micro moment. Thank you.
And we make videos about once a week.
Yes, we do.
And we've been at it for a while.
Yes, we do.
So we hope that you.
Close today.
I know. Well, you had the table and everything all
What?
like hello.
Hello.
So I needed the back support
Oh, no.
because you know
Any of the back.
68 only comes around once. So you gotta make the most of it.
Yeah, you do.
If you happened upon us, welcome, and we hope that you're doing well.
Yeah.
If things are not good in your part of the world, take a break, get a drink,
Yeah, hang out
sit
with
down,
us.
grab a cross stitch,
For a good time.
and hopefully we'll bring a smile to your face.
Yes, that is the goal, you know?
We, as our regulars know, are in a holding pattern in terms of scheduling until we leave for the Netherlands on the 2nd of September
Yeah.
as guests of Twin Peak Primitives, who are designers over there and who have been our partners for about 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Yep.
And this will be a return for us after we were there really right before the pandemic in 2019.
Yeah.
And we're very, very excited about it.
Yes.
But other than that, nothing much is going on, but we have a lot of upfront news
Yes.
that
Information.
we're going to get off our desk
Yeah.
and present to you
Yeah.
before we talk about stitching.
Yeah. I mean, this is stitching related stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's not.
Oh, yeah.
We're not showing cross stitch. So, if you've never watched us before, we live in Southwest Ohio in the greater Cincinnati area. The local needlework shop here is Keepsakes. I work at Keepsakes. And both Pam and I are members of the StitchCon team that helps put on the retreat. So StitchCon is sponsored by Keepsakes, hosted by Keepsakes, and we are part of the team that helps put that on. So, so I want to talk first about the upcoming online cross-stitch show. This is a wholesale show. It's called the Needlework Marketplace. If you've heard talk about a Needlework Expo in previous years in the fall, like we had one last year and the year before, this is very similar to that. It's not the same thing, but it's very, very similar in that it is an online show. It is for wholesale only, which means that to attend, you either have to be a vendor, someone who has a product that is cross-stitch related to sell, or a registered needlework shop, whether that be online or brick and mortar. And you have to register to participate, and Keepsakes is participating in that show. It is next weekend, and so much like we do for the in-person show, which happens in March, for the virtual shows, we also take pre-orders as well. So if you are someone who is looking for a shop to buy the things that you want to purchase, if you're looking for a shop to shop through, I should say, and you haven't found one yet, Keepsakes is happy to do that for you. So over the last few days, we have put up on the Keepsakes website. So if you go to the Keepsakes website and then click on what's new, the very first post you'll see there talks about the Needlework Marketplace. You click on that post, there's a gallery there, and then there's also a link to a Google form, which is your wish list. So you can fill that out and send that in, and the deadline for those pre-orders is Wednesday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. So, yeah, and then the buying starts that Friday. So, so there's that. We will be adding things to that gallery as we get the new release emails from designers. So check back. You can always add to your order, to your pre-order. Just fill the form out again, and then we'll get everything for you. So, so that's number one. Number two is that we have made the announcement about StitchCon 2024. Believe it or not, it feels like we literally just finished 2023, but that is the way of the world these days. So we realized that there are a lot of retreats that are happening, and your calendars fill up quickly, and we want to, if you would like to attend StitchCon and you want to know if it works in your schedule, then we want to get you the information you need to know so you can plan that. So pause it, get a piece of paper so you can write this information down. We announced this information in the StitchCon Facebook group yesterday. That group is for paid attendees only from 2023. So, the first and most important thing is that we do not promise spots to anyone. Okay, so just because you attended in 2023, that does not mean that you get an automatic shoo-in for 2024. We wipe the whole slate clean, and we start fresh. It is the fairest way to do it. It saves us the most amount of time, and it ensures that the people who really want to attend are able to get their name on the list. It is still going to be 2 weekends. It is still going to be 300 stitchers per weekend. It is still going to be at the Sharonville Convention Center. All of those things are all the same. So keep that in mind. The official dates for StitchCon 2024. Weekend A is going to be, I'm reading off of notes on my phone. That's why I'm looking down, because I do not want to get this incorrect. So StitchCon 2024, Weekend A will be June 6th through 9, 2024. Weekend B will be the following weekend, June 13 through 16, 2024. Okay? So, it starts on a Thursday. The stitching room opens at 10 a.m. and then it goes all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then until I think it's either 2 or 3 o'clock on Sunday. So there's that. Okay. Next important piece of information. We are going to be doing a block of rooms for the hotel. However, we are having one block of room at the Hyatt, which is the hotel that is connected to the convention center. There are countless other hotels around the area. Obviously, we are not idiots. We realize that one hotel is not going to house 300 people. It's just not going to happen. But there are other hotels in the area. We will list all those hotels on the website for you. So if you call the Hyatt and the block is full, then you can research other hotels. So there's that. We obviously, like, Keepsakes is not in the hotel business. Okay. So we have no control over what people do about their reservations. But technically the room block rate will not go live until invoice day. Because we are under the assumption that you would not make a hotel reservation until you knew that you were coming. So we realize that some people don't do that, and they make their reservations ahead of time, and that's on you. That's what you want to do, but you're not guaranteed the rate either. So keep that in mind. Okay, so the next important thing that you need to know, the next date, is Friday, September 1st at noon Eastern. At that time is when the StitchCon 2024 waitlist goes live. It is going to work exactly the same as it has in years past. There will be a link to a Google form on the StitchCon website. You click on that website, or on that link, you fill out the form, you hit submit. One person per one submission. You can submit information for other people if someone is unable to put their name on the list because they're at work or have an appointment or traveling or whatever. So if Pam and I know we both want to go, but Pam is indisposed and cannot put her name on the wait list at noon on Friday, September 1st, I or anyone else can put her name on that form. Okay? So just don't submit your names together. Thank you so much. That list will stay up as long as we deem necessary. So StitchCon/Keepsakes, whatever, we reserve the right to close that wait list at any given time. We have a number in our head, ideally, of the number of submissions that we will take before we close that wait list. For example, last year, we shut down the wait list after it was open for 8 hours. So, keep that in mind. I highly, highly doubt that the wait list will be open longer than 1 day. Right. I mean, it just won't be. I mean, maybe nobody wants to come, so maybe it will be. But if previous years tell us anything,
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Then that's kind of how we're moving about it. So we recommend setting an alarm. We recommend talking to your friends about what weekend you want to go to. A question that we get a lot is, how do I know that like me and my friends go to the same weekend? Talk to them. Make a plan. So that's the best way to do it. Okay? What happens on that day is you're just putting your name on the list. Okay? Then, a month from then, Wednesday, October 4th, that is StitchCon 2024 Invoice Day. So that is the day that invoices will start going out to the first 600 people, or first 300 people for weekend A, first 300 people for weekend B. So, if anyone remembers last year's sort of like PayPal debacle, let's call it, it wasn't our fault, it was an internal PayPal issue. But we would like to avoid that moving forward. So, I've talked with Barbara, and who's the owner of Keepsakes, and Pam and I have talked to try and figure out maybe a better strategy for how to avoid a colossal PayPal debacle. Because your registration fee is payable only through PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, it's okay. It's okay. You can check out as a guest. So, as like a one-time transaction. So, that's totally fine. So, we're thinking that we haven't finalized anything, and as invoice date gets closer, I'll keep you updated on to what the actual like official plan is. But what I'm thinking is that we're going to split it up and do like 200 on the first day, 200 the next day, 200 the third day. That way it's not 600 invoices all going out at one time. I don't know why, but in my brain I feel like that might help it not freak out. You know? Mm-hmm. So, because when you think about it, like, the Keepsakes or the StitchCon PayPal is by and large not very active the majority of the year. And then in this one time, once a year, there's a big influx of money, right? So there's a potential for a red flag, all the things, right? So we just want to we want to make it as seamless as possible. But a lot of that is back office stuff that you guys don't need to worry about.
I was going to say, that's under the hood.
Yeah.
That's
so
our problem.
Yeah, not anyone else's. So, but why I'm telling you that is because if invoice day comes and you're like, I didn't get my invoice, and you're sad about it, don't lose hope.
Right.
Okay. So, the other, probably the biggest change for 2024 that you all need to know is that the registration fee has increased. So, it has been $200 per person for the last couple years. The registration fee has increased to $275 per person. So what your registration fee gets you, it gets you a seat in the stitching room at StitchCon 2024. It gets you access to the Stitchy Bus. It gets you access to the Annex. It gets you access to all the things at the Convention Center and all of the things in the late night stitching room as well. And then it gets you your swag and all of the extra goodies and surprises that are along the way during StitchCon. And in general, your registration fee pays for your StitchCon experience. It does not pay for your travel, your food, your accommodations. It doesn't cover any of that. Okay? That $275 is due to us in a one-time payment, and you pay it via PayPal. Okay? So, I know
1 week after.
Yeah. So when you receive your invoice, you have 1 week to pay that invoice.
Mm-hmm.
And then after 4 days of non-payment, you will receive a invoice reminder via PayPal. And then if it continues to go unpaid for 1 week, it will be canceled, and then we will pull people off of the wait list after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that is a lot of information. All of that information that I just spoke about is also on the StitchCon website, which is always linked below in the description box. So between myself and Melinda, who is the social media girl at Keepsakes, we have worked to sort of revamp the StitchCon website, give it a bit of a facelift, and update it for 2024. So, I'm just making sure I said everything. Yeah. So, if you are in the StitchCon 2023 Facebook group, you have until like right before invoice day to gather any photos or anything out of that group that you want, because we will be removing everyone out of that group, flipping it over to StitchCon 2024. And then when you pay your invoice for StitchCon 2024, you can then request to join that group, and we'll let you back in. Okay? So, for whatever reason, it's just very difficult to close a group. And so we've had to figure out a way to recycle of the group every year. So that's what that's about.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, if the StitchCon email address is in the description box below, so you can shoot us an email. But before you do that, I recommend rewatching this section, see if you missed something. I tried to answer all like the basic questions. But if you want to come to StitchCon 2024, the date you need to first remember is Friday, September 1st at noon Eastern, when the wait list goes live. Get your name on that list, and then we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Okay. So I think that is all of... Oh, and then my last little piece of business is your reward if you made it through all that. I know last week I talked about the StitchCon top 15 charts that were added to the Keepsakes web shop. We called in a favor to Cecilia at Heart and Hand, and she was able to give us another batch of Anytown Tiny Town charts. So if you have missed out on the exclusive Tiny Town that was made for Keepsakes and you didn't get it, we have like roughly 50 copies left. And any fabrics we have left, all of the Tiny Town orders have been shipped as of Friday, I think it was. So now we're able to see what extras we have. So you check out the website. Also, we've added thread packs for the Rosa Manor. Sticker sheets are back up there. Just some extra stuff. So if you have a second and are interested, I recommend checking out the shop, the Keepsakes web shop as well. So, okay. That is all my business related items.
Okay.
I think that's everything. Okay? Okay.
Okay. If you fast forwarded because you're not that interested in StitchCon,
You don't care.
Here we go. Let's do a hashtag.
Let's do a hashtag. Our hashtag here at JustKeepStitchin is hashtag Stitch Harmony. It is our attempt at connecting stitchers together. So if you do not have a local stitching friend and you would like our help to find you a stitching friend, we would love to help you do that. So we ask that if you want our help, that you comment on our video, use the hashtag Stitch Harmony, and tell us your name and where you live, and then we pick one of those comments every week.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so this week's Stitch Harmony commenter is a lovely gal who I'm going to guess at your name based on your YouTube name. I believe it is Marge.
Marge.
Marge. Hi, Marge.
Hi, Marge.
And this is what she wrote. Hashtag Stitch Harmony. Hi, Pam and Steph. I am no poet or literary giant, but wanted to put my bid in again for stitching buddies. I moved away from my knitting, stitching, and quilting friends nearly 7 years ago.
Wow.
I tried diligently to find connections to some ladies to fill the void for me. No luck. Of course, along came COVID and blew the world up.
Awesome.
So here's my desperate attempt at my quixotic quest for stitchers.
Quixotic? That is a 10-point word.
Yep.
Marge.
I live in Orchard Park, New York.
Love it.
A lovely town, but a lonely one for me.
Oh.
Ladies, I hope there are at least one or two of you out there that can fulfill my dream of stitchy friends.
Love that.
And then she said, Stephanie, did you get new glasses?
I did.
I love them, and forgive me if I'm late to the party remarking on them. From my little village to yours, have a great week.
Oh, Marge.
Where is Ocean Park, New York?
Marge, tell me about the off-the-wall sandwich company. Because that sure as heck looks good. Yum, yum. Okay, sorry about that. That was just the first thing that came up when I hit Orchard Park. Okay. Orchard Park. It is in the suburbs of Buffalo.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I had no idea.
And so, let me show you. Okay. Here is the great state of New York. There she is. And Buffalo is right over here by the lake. Okay? So let's zoom in on Buffalo. Zoom. Zoom. So there is Buffalo, and then as you can see in red, just south of Buffalo is Orchard Park.
Fantastic.
So, if you live in Buffalo, that's amazing. So, Orchard Park is 17 minutes or 15 miles south of Buffalo.
There you go.
So, that is exciting.
Yeah.
Right.
I would think there would be some stitchers in the greater Buffalo area.
I mean, I would think so.
Besides buffaloes?
That ride buffalo?
No, I said besides.
Besides, I was like, I don't think that's a thing they do in Buffalo, but yeah. Okay, so if your ears perked up because you live in and around nearby within driving distance of Orchard Park, New York, and you have room in your stitching group for Sweet Sweet Marge, then please comment on this video and say, "Hi, Marge." Insert name here. My name is. Insert name here. I live in or around or within driving distance of Buffalo.
Yeah.
What?
Orchard Park.
Orchard Park,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
And then, Marge, it's up to you to read through the comments and see if anyone has reached out to you, which we feel confident that they will. And then you guys can start a conversation and go from there.
That's right.
Orchard Park, Stitchers, unite!
Absolutely.
Yay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Ready?
Yes. Time for Pam's pinned comment.
Yeah, it is.
That's the comment that, tickled my fancy of all the comments that were made after last week's video.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is from someone who goes by Tweety.
Tweet, tweety.
Tweety.
I love this.
All right, so this is what she wrote. As a child, Sunday evenings meant grilled cheese sandwiches and Campbell's tomato soup.
It sounds so good.
Made with water, never milk.
Right.
I would discover that delicacy when I grew up. Sunday evenings also meant watching Lassie and the Wonderful World of Disney. What did you say were your favorite shows on Sunday nights?
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, Sequest DSV, and Touched by an Angel.
There you go. So every generation has their Sunday night traditions.
We sure do. Love Dr. Quinn. Oh, man.
So she says about Wonderful World of Disney, my favorites were the cartoon editions. Today, Sunday evenings mean joining the global village of cross-stitchers waiting for the newest episode of Just Keep Stitching with all the childhood excitement of days gone by. I thought that was very sweet.
Yes.
And thank you, Miss Tweety.
To be comparing us to Disney.
And Lassie. I mean,
tell me.
You know
you've made it when someone compares you to
other
Lassie.
shows I remember from Sunday night, and remember how old I am.
Ancient.
Obviously, Ed Sullivan, right?
Obviously,
Ted Mack's Amateur Hour, and one show. If I was staying overnight at my grandparents', it was Lawrence Welk, and I could not stand Lawrence Welk. I'm sorry. I know there are lots of
Lawrence Welk fans out there in the world, huh?
I can't even go there.
Oh, man.
So, anyway, let's go to our next segment.
Yeah. Get my sound out here. Get my instrument out.
That means it's time for Silver and Gold.
Yeah, it does.
Silver and Gold is a reference to the old Girl Scout song, Make New Friends. And keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. So we're going to talk about and of course we're going to drop the piece of paper.
We are not going to do that, Pam. You drop the paper.
It's coming. Okay, sorry.
It's fine. We're fine.
All right, our Silver FlossTube channel is from a pair of delightful friends in Minnesota named LeAnn and Jeannie.
LeAnn and Jeannie.
LeAnn and Jeannie, and they are known as the Loose Thread Stitchers.
Love it.
And they are multi-crafters, both of them. They have beautiful stitching projects. They also make beautiful quilts. And they also have segments frequently from LeAnn on wool applique. And they are very, very talented ladies.
Yep.
They go everywhere to take in the shops of all of those crafts.
Do we know where they are in Minnesota? Do you have a town?
I don't have a specific
a street address?
Town. No, I don't have a street address, but they're very familiar with Justine's shop in Blue Earth.
Sure.
So, they're up there.
Okay.
They started making videos about 1.5 years ago in January of 2022, and they've made 18 videos. So go check out LeAnn and Jeannie, and they are in Minnesota. So
cool.
Very talented gals. Our Gold FlossTube channel is a long-awaited return of our friend Lorraine at Rags and Stitches USA.
Yeah.
And I was delighted to see that she came back to FlossTube. And we've known Lorraine for years. I think she came to perhaps the first StitchCon in the convention center.
I do believe you're correct.
She was sitting with Lynette, and lots of you know Lynette.
Yes.
And she is on the flip side of the map of the USA. She's a Southern gal.
Yes.
And she has been making videos since August of 2017. So she's kind of in our class.
She is, yeah.
And she has made 29 videos.
Awesome.
So there are two very good FlossTubers, I feel like. I should say also about Lorraine. She's more of a prim sampler stitcher, primarily. And so that's kind of her emphasis, her tastes are running that way.
Yep,
so that's our Silver and Gold segment for this week.
Yay.
Go check them out.
Love that.
All right, let's talk about stitching, finally. Shall we?
Well, we haven't not been talking about stitching.
Well, I know, but our whips. So.
Okay, so I pulled out my second WhipGo project for the month of August, which, like my first one, is a oldie but a goodie. And my goal was to get it done. So the project that was pulled is from the Sweet Land of Liberty book by Blackbird Designs. And the project that I am doing is actually called Sweet Land of Liberty. And this is what it looks like. And I plan on finishing it in some similar fashion. Okay. So let me show you what I pulled out when I pulled it out. It's stitched on 32 count, and it has to be on 32 count in order to be put on this candlestick stand. So this is what I had. It's on 32 count with all the colorful colors. That's what I had. Okay? Okay. This is 32 count natural, and I hate it. It's terrible.
I love it.
I mean, it's just, I don't like stitching on it. So, it's very slubby. Not a huge fan of that. I literally hate how my stitches look, okay? I'm very hard on myself. Whatever, Pam. You would say the same thing. So,
she's going to give me that.
Yes, so this is what we've decided to do.
And I'm going to finish
it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to stitch it.
Right.
Pam's still going to stitch this. She's going to finish this. And then I started over. And the biggest reason that I don't like that is, like, I mean, I can push through on the fabric. That's fine. But I felt like it was just so thick. I didn't like how my stitches look. Blah.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
So, sorry, didn't you have somewhere to be?
No, you just seem, get out of the negative.
Okay. So, when I was looking through, like, the fabric, and I wanted to see if this exact candlestick was still available. It's not, but I can find something that's similar. Anyway. So, when I'm reading through, I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, the first bullet point under the instructions says, cross stitch with 1 strand over 2. And I went, I'm in.
Hola!
I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Count me in. So, I found another piece of fabric in our stash. This is 32 count vintage brown from XShoot Designs. And I started over.
You started in a different place, though.
I did. So I started from the top center. So I started this Friday night using all the same colors, all things, but can I see that?
Sure.
So as you can see, the fabrics are very, very similar in color.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both 32 count, but I'm just doing 1 thread as opposed to 2. And I love it.
She is in love.
Oh, I love it so much.
She's been cruising on this.
I just don't enjoy stitching with 2 threads. So, and like, also, like, when you look at this, you can tell it's done with 1 thread. I don't know why I idiotically, you know what? I probably looked at it when I first started it back in, this was my start for the first Frugal Yankee retreat when it was called Frugal Yankee.
Yeah.
And I probably saw that it said stitch with 1 thread, and I went, oh, I'm not doing that.
You've changed so much.
I have.
Yeah.
And I love it so much more.
Yeah.
So the only thing that, like, I have a small problem with, like, this, the way that this is finished is now that I've stitched, like, all of this top border, the way that this is finished cuts off a lot of that. And it's really pretty. And so I might just do a drum or something that's doesn't cut off so much of the cross stitch. Because I want to show it off, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that top is so pretty.
It is so pretty. I mean, look at those little berries on the little thing. They're cute, right? And yeah, so I like it, and I'm going to keep working on it until it's done. I would love to have it done before we leave for Europe, because, you know, we leave on the 2nd, so that would mean that I would get my WIPCO goal attained, so that'd be great. Okay, I'm going to just put that back in here till I'm done, then I can give you everything.
Yeah.
And then my other thing is a finish, so
yeah,
we're not there yet.
Right.
All right, so that is what I have been doing. What about you, Pam?
Okay, I'm just going to take it off the stack here.
Yep.
And Stephanie has organized it.
Organize it by
I
bag.
have I have faithfully kept to my SAL schedule this past week.
She has.
Because I'm done with my WIPCO goals, as it turned out.
Yes.
So, work, it doesn't matter. You don't need to know my schedule. But
I wake up at 8 a.m.
No, I worked on this yesterday. This is the Sunnyside SAL that a bunch of us at Stitch West last fall started. And I was doing great guns, keeping up kind of with this sort of schedule that I came up with. Sunnyside Sampler from the Drawn Thread.
Yes.
And then other things happened. I had things to make for StitchCon. I had other things that needed to be done. So my sales schedule kind of went out the window for a bit.
It did.
Now, you're going to see a lot of people working on this who were at Stitch West last year. And mine is somewhat different because I bought the full kit from the Drawn Thread, and their modus operandi, or however you want to call it, their recommendation is to stitch, like Stephanie was doing on her Blackbird piece, one thread over one strand of floss over 2 linen threads. And so mine has a different look. And I bought the full kit. So that's where I am so far. And what I worked on yesterday was this house here, which
I love it.
Came out absolutely beautiful. So there's the sun for the sunny side.
Yep.
So I was happy to get back to this. And you know, we're all hoping to finish by Stitch West this year, and
Pam doesn't think she's going to, but I do.
I don't think I'm going to make it, but I don't care, you know, necessarily.
I think you'll make it.
So that was one of the sales I worked on.
Yay. And this is on 32 natural, isn't it?
Yes. 32, but 1/2.
Right. This other one, I was just looking, this other one that's in this book that I love.
Oh, I love that.
But it's stitched on 32 with 1/2.
Is it?
Yep. So I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, another sale that I'm in is the Owl Forest Treasure Island sale. It is a mystery sale, so we don't know what the next section is going to look like.
Right.
But I ordered the threads and a needle minder from Owl Forest.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're in Russia. And I picked my own fabric. And I'm stitching mine on Color and Cotton 32 count tumbleweed. And
So good.
again, I'm not keeping up with the sections. I don't care.
It's way less stressful when to do it that way.
Absolutely. So I started in the upper left, and what I worked on this week was the sun and these 3 motifs that kind of look like maybe stars. I don't know.
I love it.
The colors are fantastic. The Owl Forest threads are beautiful.
Are they like easy to work with? You like them?
Yeah. I don't know why, and maybe this is just me, maybe those of you who got their threads,
They're nice.
I just put them on a bunch of floss drops.
Yeah.
They seem to be, they don't have the sheen of like DMC.
Yeah, they seem more matte finish.
They're definitely matte finished, and there are times when I'm working with them, and they're beautiful, but they feel dry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's just the...
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree
Do you
with that.
notice that?
I mean, I can feel them, yeah.
So, but the colors are great.
So
and,
good. Yeah, the color is beautiful.
I was really happy to get the sun in, and
That house is so
the
cute.
characters, the different people in the story, in the novel, Treasure Island, are in the piece.
Sure.
But,
Cool. How far behind? You're not that far behind on this one.
oh yeah, I'm way behind.
Oh, whatever.
That's up to like part 8 or 9, and that's section 1 and 2 or something. But I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Right. Next.
Next is the SAL that Lori, PE, and I started 2 Stitch Cons ago, and that is Rosewood Manor Seaside Sampler. It looks like this, but don't go by those colors because she calls for it to be stitched with Treenway silks, which are out of Colorado, and they are beautiful. The colors that are in the silk are a lot prettier than the picture on the front of Karen's chart.
These are very nice, baby.
And what I worked on this week, okay, just so you know, it's a horizontal design.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of goes like this, and
yeah, you started in the middle.
Forth. And I started in the middle. So what I chose to work on was
the algae.
Whatever. Seaweed, kelp, algae, whatever.
Here.
These green, teal,
leafy greens.
Leafy greens. And I did a few more signal flags over here. So that is a very light green right there where my finger was.
It's beautiful.
And it's really, really enjoyable to stitch.
Awesome.
I'm thinking this may be my first
Rosewood Manor finish.
Rosewood Manor stitch.
And this is on 32 sand, yeah?
32 sand, which is the call for.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Next.
What are you doing down there, little one?
Is Millie down there?
Yep.
Muffin.
This is in my beautiful bag from Tammy Blaylock. I love it.
Love it. Do you know you have these in here?
Yeah, I just discovered it just now.
Oh.
But that's okay.
Okay.
I am enjoying this so much.
Which one's that, Pam?
This is Leela Studio Summer Quaker.
What is the hashtag for that? Summer
Live in the Sunshine.
Live in the Sunshine.
Live in the Sunshine SAL is the hashtag. You've seen a lot of people working on it.
Who's the host?
Samantha.
Yeah, that's right.
Hugo Stitcher. I debated and ended up choosing 40 count Renaissance from Color and Cotton, and I am very pleased with my choice. And I worked on this past week. I'm starting in the upper left corner.
It's so good, you guys.
I do use magnification. I'm not too vain to use magnification. Again, with the 6 and the 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it.
It's so pretty, Pam.
So I've worked my way down. If you can see the cursive L right above the green, that is the live. That's the L of live in the sunshine. Cool. So I've worked down from the corner down to the more or less pictorial center. You can see where I started.
Yeah, up here. So there's the L that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is an absolute joy. Didn't we dig around and find the spring Quaker?
But the spring one is in my stash.
Oh. Hard on me. So that is Summer Quaker.
What, do we have a reason for this?
Yes, because once the sheets are out of the plastic, I keep them clamped together.
Okay.
For
organizational purposes.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Another SAL that I worked on was the Live on Little SAL from Plum Street Samplers. You've seen a lot of people stitching on this. A lot of people have it done. And I started mine last year at Stitching at the Farm. And I am stitching mine on 36.
Bristle.
Yes. 36 count hog bristle from Fox and Rabbit. And
oh, it's so good.
this is where I am totally.
Look at
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry about the wrinkle. I stitch, I don't iron. And what I worked on this week
Yeah, I'll show them up close.
is down in the bottom left.
Under the sea.
Yep. I worked on the whale.
Look at her with
So
a little
this-
mirror. Freaking cute.
This is the bottom corner.
Oh, I love it so much, Pam.
And there is another whale child behind him. Well, I say whale child because
Little baby whale.
it's a smaller whale. But
A baby whale.
so I'm using 1 strand over 2 on 36. And
Oh, she's a dream.
yeah, she really is. Yes?
I thought I heard her making a weird noise.
Okay.
Milkshake's got a cold.
Milkshake, we think, might have a little bit of nasal congestion.
Yeah. The pressure
When we
here.
first got her, her foster mom warned us that she sneezed a lot. Well, she's kind of gotten out of that.
Yeah.
But I swear to goodness, she stood on the back of the sofa,
You thought her head was going to pop off.
and I thought her head was going to pop off. It was continuous.
Yeah.
I bet there were 35, 40 sneezes in there.
It was wild.
And
She had a string of snot coming out at one point. It was
yeah,
so
so I
cute.
think she might have a little.
A little bit, but sniffles.
Okay, and I had a new start this week, so
Uh-oh.
it's now a whip. Pardon me.
Nope.
This is in this beautiful bag
From Painted Leaf.
from Painted Leaf. Isn't that pretty with all the coffee pots? I love it. And this is from, I actually can't show you the picture, but it's, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see the picture.
Yeah.
But
You want me
just-
to show them the picture on your Instagram?
it might be in,
I know it's on your Instagram.
oh yeah, find it on my Instagram. That's the best way to go.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to look like. It's not going to look
Not-
exactly that because
This is a little bit brighter.
of my fabric choice. So they're put out by Jabco, just another button company. You get the chart and you get their buttons. And they had a lot of series. And this is from the Teapot series,
I'm a little teapot.
as you could see.
Short
And
and step.
what am I stitching this on? Do you remember?
Yep.
Okay,
48 count dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Boy,
God.
dwarf is such a pretty blue.
It is a gorgeous blue from Picture This Plus.
Yeah. And so this is how far I got on it as a new start this week. And all my main friends know it does not say Augusta, although
It kind of looks like
it
it.
kind of looks like it. But
It does kind of look like
it's the steam coming out of the teapot over here. It kind of looks like a cursive A. Anyway, so that's where I got on my new start. And of course, there's all kinds of
buttons.
delightful buttons.
Listen
that
up, my
goes on it.
buttons, baby.
So this has been really fun to work on as well.
Yeah.
And that was one that Stephanie kitted up for me for Christmas 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's
Do you
that.
want me to take this to get searched?
Oh, I have no.
Oh, no.
No. I mean, it's not crucial.
And you have
You
other...
have other more important things to do at work besides serge my fabric.
Okay, Pam. You have other pots in the series, yeah?
Yes, I have one scheduled start in the fall. I think the Halloween,
Oh, yeah, that one's really cute.
the Halloween one, which is super cute.
But you can get, like, so... sorry if you said this already, but the charts are free.
Yeah,
You
the charts are free. What you're paying for, obviously, is the buttons.
Right. So
And you can go. Jabco is
that's where you got yours.
is a retail site. Anybody can go to just another button company and
Yep.
get any of their stuff.
Yeah, so I'll link them below for you.
Okay, that is it for me. So
those
are
our
whips
of
the
week. Perfect. Okay. All right. Why don't you do this first?
Okay. We were playing in our stash the other day, and we were talking about things that could stitch up quickly. Like, why haven't we stitched this, for crying out loud?
Yeah. So dumb.
So we had a piece of Kermit from
Picture This Plus,
and Stephanie said, you know what would look really good on that is this, and it was a page out of a magazine. And so I said, oh, you're right. So I started kitting it up. I realized there were a couple of, again, Jabco buttons I needed. Went on the website, ordered the buttons, came in a few days. This is from Hot House Petunia Designs.
So cute.
And obviously it's a cocktail, so hello.
Duh.
It came out of the
2018, what was I say?
2015.
Yeah.
2015 Just Cross Stitch magazine, October.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, for crying out loud, this will take me 2 days. I don't remember how long it took me, but it was fairly quick. And I did it on the Kermit, and it came out so cute.
So cute.
Yeah. Came out so cute.
So that calls for to be stitched on 30 count over 1.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
No. So just, if you have this pattern, just keep that in mind, because the buttons size ratio to your stitching is different.
So if you looked at the picture in the magazine, that bloodshot eyeball is a lot bigger in this glass than it is in my glass.
Yeah.
It has the same effect.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's sparkly, it's actually Krynic filament in there with the purple.
Yep.
So it does sparkle in real life.
It sure does.
And I got the eyeball and the bat button, and I think it's adorable. And if this isn't made into an ornament, it could be a stand-up.
Oh, sure.
A flat fold, something of that nature.
Yeah, of course.
But because of what I stitched it on, it's larger than a typical ornament, I feel like.
Yeah. Be a cute little flat fold.
But, yeah.
With some fun fabric on it.
With some, yeah. You know, a shelf sitter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
So that was my finish for
sweet. Okay. And then I have one too. And I did it, you guys. I did it. So I have been working steadily on a very, very, very old whip. And it is Happy Halloween from Satsuma Street. I just love this. I love everything about this. It's funny because as much as I love the prim look and I like 1/2 on 32 count and all of that, I also love masterful color.
And of course, Jody is just a pro.
So good at color.
Yeah.
So I had just a couple blocks left last week, and I was able to finish this. I think it was Thursday night. I think. Yeah, maybe. So I stitched mine on 32 count, 2/2. It would not look right if it was 1/2. I don't think, to me.
Because you want the saturation of color.
Sure. The
Clearly.
boldness, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, I just really like it. And I used all the colorful threads, and which is DMC, and the fabric is 32 count vintage smoky white from Zweigart, which is the white version of vintage country mocha. So it's a printed fabric. So it is not hand dyed. It's just the modeling is printed on the fabric. So that way you get it the same every time, and the color variants are the same regardless of what count it is. So so there's that. So all right, so this is it.
Gosh, it's good.
Thanks.
It's really good.
Thank you. So the last letter I had to do was the letter N. And had a doctor's appointment this week, and that took a long time, so I got some stitching done in the waiting room there, but yeah, so I'm obviously...
I love this circus style H.
Yeah, that is Victoria's favorite letter too. She's like, I just love that H so much.
Yeah, it has dimension, the way she...
Yeah, the way that she charted it, yeah. And yeah, so they're all very, very, very cool. Here, I like the crow still the best. That's my favorite block. But yeah, so it's a lot more involved than you think. Just as a heads up, okay? She did. No, that wasn't her. Never mind. So yeah, so the plan for this guy is I do want to get it FFO'd, obviously. However, the goal is to take it with me to Stitch West. And it is going to be much easier to pack if it's not FFO'd. So,
unless you got Susan to make it into the pillow like you want, you could take it as the pillow, but you don't know what her workload is.
Well, I mean, she could get it done, I'm sure, but packing it flat is going to be way less room than a finished pillow.
By a few inches, yeah.
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 So I don't want to squish it,
That's
but
true.
I do like the... I think Denise would be the one to finish it.
Oh, well, whatever.
But I like this sort of like fun jumbo pom-pom situation.
Right.
I think that's super cute. So,
yeah.
This model was done on like bright white. And mine was not bright white. So, so yeah. So I'm really happy and honestly pretty proud of myself that I got it done. That whip has been hanging fire. So when I posted about it on social media, and the very, very first retreat I ever went to was in the fall of 2017. And one of our local stitching friends, Vicky, who was at that retreat, she said to me, I remember when you brought that with you.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know if you started it there, if you had already had it as a whip, but I took it to my first retreat in 2017. So, like, that's how old of a whip it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, obviously older than the Blackbird for sure. So, yeah, pretty proud to have that done. So
it's always nice to tie up loose ends.
It is, isn't it? Happy finishes, everyone. Alrighty.
Okay.
Next up.
Oh, she's right on the ball.
You know, I try to be. Doesn't always work out that way, but... Promotions! Okay, it's okay. So, this week we've got a double header for you.
Double header.
So, we have the August bag of the month from SewMuch2Luv. So, if you are in the club and you have not yet received your bag and you do not want to be spoiled, then fast forward a few minutes, because we're going to go through it and show you all the good, fun things that are inside of it. If you've never seen a unboxing of one of the SewMuch2Luv bags of the month, then let me tell you about it. So we are in the club, obviously, and not only do you get a product bag that is exclusive to club members, but Karen, who is the owner of SewMuch2Luv, she sort of like curates this themed package for you. So everything is like on theme and on brand as to what the bag is all about. So, and then she writes a very sweet letter that goes in the bag, and it's, you know, it's just a nice, hi, how are you doing? How's your August kind of thing? And then she goes through and tells you what everything is that's in the package. So that's great. So that way we can accurately share that information with you guys. So there's always a little bit of a fun candy inside. So we got some lemon heads. Oh, these are going to be sour. Oh, I should try one. Oh, my mouth is watering thinking about one. That would be funny on camera. We always get a package of stash tea. This month is lemon ginger. Okay. We also got one of these highlighter strips. I use these religiously. I love them so much. I've actually used them so much that they have broken. Like, because they just snap. So, like, after a long time of being used. So, I thank you, Karen, because I love them. We got 3 skeins of DMC to add to our stash. Yellow, brown, and green. In case you're colorblind. I don't know why I had to tell you what colors they were. And then not every month, but a lot of months, Karen partners with a designer, and the designer creates an exclusive chart that is available just for the members of the So Much Love Project Bag of the Month Club. And they did that for the month of August, which is very exciting. And that designer is Twin Pea Primitives, which we know a thing or two about. So that's nice. So the exclusive pattern for the August Bag of the Month from So Much Love is called Sunflower Basket from Twin Pea Primitives. And I just think that's pretty.
It is.
I like the reds of the berries versus the greens of the leaves versus, you know what I mean? It's very good. It's very good. So, got that. Then, you ready to see the bag? Because I'm ready to show you the bag. So by now, you might think you might have an idea of what the bag is going to look like.
Maybe.
And this is what it looks like. Oh, look at it. I love a, like, surprise color. Yellow. Like, sunflowers make me think of August for sure. But, like, I don't think I have we have many bags from So Much Love. Okay, many. I don't think I have one with a gold heart. So, I love this sunflower fabric and the rickrack, and then this beautiful hand-stitched felt heart, of course, as your zipper pull. Beautiful sunflower fabric. This is what the back looks like.
So pretty.
Oh, I love it so much. And then the inside fabric is this really lovely creamy yellow with sunflowers on it. So, I just love it so much. So, if you are someone who said, oh, that's a bag I would like to purchase, if she has any extras, then she puts them up on her Etsy. So keep an eye up on the So Much Love Etsy. And also, if there's any openings for the clubs, you can get in on it as well.
Very good.
So that is the So Much Love Bag of the Month. And then the next promotion.
It's a big one, folks. And it's going to run for 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
You may have seen this on other retail sites. It's really getting a lot of attention, and for the next 2 weeks, this is the pattern of the week. So it's going to have the reduced price, and it's called Gothic Halloween. It's a book, and it is very spooky looking.
Spooky.
And we're going to run this for 2 weeks for the twins.
Yep.
At 23%. We're going to insert a picture of the cover.
Yes.
Here.
First.
Okay. The first thing, I haven't even finished wrapping this, but I think
unwrapping it.
Unwrapping it. I think that I showed in a previous video. Oh shoot, I need scissors.
Oh shoot, Pammy. Here,
Wait a
let me
minute,
help.
wait a minute. I got it. I got it. It's
Good.
wrapped in bubble wrap.
Oh, okay.
I am doing the latest, and it's the first one for me, the latest Stitching Book Club design called Anne of Green Gables. And I think in haul, I showed that I'd received everything that I ordered. So this is the first part. Again, it's a mystery SAL. I will not be able to keep up.
From Sapphire Mountain.
From Sapphire Mountain, Kristen Ashley. How pretty is that? On Instagram, I noticed this needle miner of Anne. And I thought, how do I get that? Well, I figured out.
How do I get that?
Yeah. I figured out that she has an Etsy shop. Her name is Heather. And I'm going to put this needle minder on my start from today.
Do you know what the Etsy shop's called?
We'll link it below.
Okay.
Because I thought it was on this card and it's not. But, oh, yes it is. There you go.
New Creation Art.
Oh, no, that's not it. That's her Instagram.
Okay.
But we'll look it up. It's Heather, and she does have an Etsy shop. I don't know whether she has any more Anne needle minders yet left.
We're going to find out.
But until I discovered her Etsy shop, I was looking for other Anne of Green Gables needle minders, and this one is by far prettier than any I found.
Oh my god.
No, I'm serious. There were like
Gee,
silhouettes of Anne, and there were... So this is my start on the SAL, and look at her. Is she not adorable?
She's cute.
So we'll link the Etsy shop to in the box for the
Sorry, Heather.
yeah, we aren't prepared on that, but
No,
it'll
your
be
job. That's your haul.
I know. So anyway, I just wanted to show you. This is also kind of a whip. I started it today just so I could show the adorable Anne of Green Gables.
She's so cute.
Needle minder. So you know, the idea is that you read along with the book and all that. I know I talked about it last week.
Yep.
Okay. Just a couple of other things. I am part of the a little help from our friend Stitching Circle from the Silver Needle, and I was thrilled to get this kit as part of the club. It is from Linda at Chessie and me, and I don't know why I'm showing you the paperwork. It is called Be Kind, especially designed for the Silver Needle, and it's the full kit. Love it, love it, love it. And so I got that.
Yeah, that was a fun one. And then look in the back. She gives you the wool felt to make little wool felt bee and ladybug to go in your dough bowl.
Oh, that is cute. Yeah, because that's what this picture is right here.
Yeah.
To make the
Look how cute.
in the basket.
Freaking cute.
Yep. Adorable. Adorable. So that all goes together. And I picked this up on Destash because Jessie Marie showed it, and
You better make sure that you okay, wait, hold please.
what?
Registration is open now for the Little Help from Our Friend Stitching Circle. So this says
What? Do I have to renew my membership?
please call or email us to re-up for this next cycle of A Little Help from Our Friends.
Ooh, I gotta do that.
We do not automatically roll you over unless we hear from you.
Okay, so I gotta call them.
So yeah, so in 2023 through November 23 through November 24, we are proud to feature designs from Artful Offerings, October House Fiber Arts, Satsuma Street, Pansy Patch Quilt and Stitchery, the Scarlet House, and the Drawn Thread.
Okay, I'm writing that down right now. Call Silver Needle tomorrow.
I would email them tonight and then follow up with a phone call in the morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, because after
this goes live, they're going to see that and people are going to snag spots.
all right, I've written it down.
Don't take Pam's spot. Okay.
Oh, I need my spot.
That's really, really great. So, Delightful Offerings approximately every other month.
Yeah, it is. About 6
They're
weeks.
like pin cushion sized projects.
Mm-hmm.
In stitching, friendship, or home sweet home themes.
Mm-hmm.
The kits include the chart, fabric, threads, and needles, and sometimes trim or backing fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Each design will be a surprise. Pricing is estimated at $40 per each release.
Yeah, this one was 36.
Yep. And that's so exciting.
Yeah, so don't let me forget. How was your lemon drop thing?
So good.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I thought it was going to be insanely sour.
Okay, and the only other thing I purchased was, like I said, for enabled by Jessie Marie. This is from the Carriage House, and it's 2009. It's not new, but I like the message, and it's called A Mind Independent and Free. So it's a long... She long, but she is very pretty. I have a feeling the picture does not do it justice. So
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure.
yeah. Okay.
I'm just putting this paper with this, so
Yeah.
so
And
you
that's-
have it.
That's the email to.
So when you know, yeah. Okay.
I'll take care of it as soon
Yeah.
as
Okay.
before I fix dinner. I will take care of it.
Oh boy. Okay, great. So that's all a Pam's haul.
Yeah.
I just have one thing.
Yeah.
I had to place an order from
I don't know what you're gonna say.
an order for charts from Teresa Kogut. Wow. For the shop. And I also snagged something for myself. With thy hands? Why have I not purchased this yet? I don't know.
Don't know.
Yep, love everything about it. I think this was an exclusive for a retreat. I don't know if it was the Craft Gallery retreat or not. I'll have to read through and find out. But love this book so much. I really like this needle book. And I'm not a needle book type of gal, but I love that. And yeah, so very excited to get my hands on that.
Okay.
From Just Kogut. I did order a couple extra copies for Keepsakes, so keep that in mind.
And we have our wish list all ready for Needlework Marketplace.
Of course.
So.
Absolutely. All right. So add to cart. Yay.
All right. We didn't have any mail calls, so that takes us to our giveaway.
Giveaway, yes. So, the giveaway for this week was all of the Christmas Village charts from JBW Designs. So, I always record myself picking a winner for the giveaway. And so, here is where I will insert the video of me picking a winner for the Christmas Village by JBW Designs charts. Hello and welcome to this week's giveaway portion of the program. This is last week's video, episode 310, and we are giving away a full Christmas Village collection from JBW Designs. All the charts are in here. And we asked you all to use the word village in your comment if you wanted to be entered to win. So we use the YouTube random comment picker. Hello. And this is the URL right here for the video. And the keyword filter is village, V-I-L-L-A-G-E. That's how you spell village. And there we go. All right, let's see how many comments we had that used the word village. 247 comments. Fantastic. All right, let's pick a winner. Blueridgestitcher. Love the village charts. Well, congratulations, Blueridgestitcher. You love them so much you get to win them. So, in the description box of our video, which is found right here, this is our description box. Right here is Pam's email address. So, please send an email to Pam with your first and last name and your mailing address, okay? And then we will send your charts out to you. So, congratulations, and thank you all so very much for all of your comments. We love you so much. And I'm going to send you back to regularly scheduled programming now. Bye! Yay! So, congratulations to Blueridgestitcher. Like I said in the video, because it didn't include your first and last name, if you can include that in your email, that would be awesome.
And mailing address.
I know, and your mailing address, obviously.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. And we're up to date with mailing giveaways. Thank you so much. Obviously excluding the Christmas Village one because we haven't heard from the winner yet, but.
Yeah. And since we only have one more video before we leave, right?
Correct.
We probably won't have another giveaway until we get back.
Right.
But depending on what we find over in Europe, there might be some good stuff.
Some goodies.
We just might.
Yes.
All right, we have a few people to thank who took advantage of our Buy Me a Coffee, our Ko-fi link in the description box. And those funds are used for framing, finishing, and postage expenses. We want to sincerely thank Jana. Thank you, Jana.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Gretchen.
And Marianne. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Obviously, plans mostly involve Stephanie getting into the marketplace at the end of the week and throughout the weekend, right?
Yep.
And other than that...
Let's see what's happening. You're getting a haircut on Wednesday.
Yeah, can you... oh, God.
I know, she looks absolutely terrible, doesn't she? And then I'm getting a haircut the weekend after that. But yeah, so this is our week in between situation.
Yeah, pretty much. We're just hoping that, nothing untoward happens, health-wise or accident-wise.
Yeah, let's not borrow trouble, Pam.
Let's not even think about that. We want to be healthy and physically able to travel.
Don't give me a cold, Millie.
So we're watching TV, we're stitching, we're watching baseball.
We're wearing pads everywhere.
So that we can...
wearing our seatbelts.
So that we can go down to CVG and be ready to get on that airplane. My lovely friend Vicky, who lives in Northern Kentucky, has offered to let us park at her house, and she will take us to the airport, so we won't have any airport parking expenses, which is fabulous.
I love that for us.
She did the same thing for us 4 years ago.
She did.
And we have a layover in Boston from Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Airport.
Yeah.
And then we land in Amsterdam. And our friend Suzanne in Texas, our friend Christine in California, and our friend Debbie in Utah are all going to be part of the group. And
great.
It's going to be a lovely time. Yeah. I'm starting to okay, we're actually going.
Really? You haven't gotten there yet?
Well, every day it gets closer and closer. And,
it does.
Because
that's how time works.
But, of course, you have,
so much going on.
So much going on right up until, the day before.
Yep.
And so it's going to be fantastic. I said to her the other day, you know, we bought the new luggage. You probably saw on the socials. We bought this new luggage from
Prime Day.
on Prime on Amazon, and the suitcase, the larger suitcase, is so much bigger than
Great.
our old soft-sided stuff, and so all the more room to
Bring home goodies.
bring home stuff. So we're very excited, and but
We have one more video before we leave.
we have one more video. We'll be back on Sunday, and by that point, wow, it'll really seem like it's go time.
Yeah.
So until then,
Don't worry, Pam. This is an old hat for us. Plus, you got me. So
we
you're
were
good.
so green behind the ears when we went 4 years ago, and we haven't done any other big trips like that outside the country.
No.
But I feel like
It'll be
once
fine.
you've done it, you know, it's kind of like, okay, now I know what to expect.
Yeah.
When we
I'll
didn't,
pack like the night before.
yeah, we didn't know what to expect in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew we were going to have an unforgettable experience. We never imagined that we would get the chance to come back again. So, all that being said, things are fine here. We hope things are fine with you. We are thinking about California and the Southwest right now. Clearly, now they've had an earthquake. Holy cow.
Dangerous.
If, like I said before, if things are not going quite the way you would like, just sit down, grab a beverage, and grab a project that you love to stitch. Take a deep breath and
I'm gonna
enjoy.
go now. You said take a drink and grab a project, so I said okay.
Oh, I didn't. Sometimes I don't hear what she says.
Most of the time. Most of the time, she doesn't hear what I say. That's fine, though. I'm used to it.
All right. So have a great week, folks. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, I'm Pam.
I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching.
Bye.